Alright everybody, I wanted to make another tutorial to introduce everybody to a really amazing software called Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is a website, alright, you can access it by going to tinkercad.com, and it says here down at the bottom, Tinkercad is a free, easy to use app, not quite an app, it's a website, for 3D design, electronics, and coding. It's used by teachers, kids, hobbyists, and designers to imagine, design, and make anything. So all of my students already have accounts, but moms and dads, you can make your own account for free as well if you want to play with the software. So students, you guys can log in by hitting sign in over here in the corner, and you're going to actually use your Google account. So when you go to sign in, instead of putting your account here, this is important. So do not write your Google account in the line that says email or username. You have to click on sign in using social providers. So when you click there, you're going to go to Google, and you're going to put in your account at ps79q.org. So I'm going to use my example account here, all right, to sign in. All right, so once you're signed in, usually I think it gives you a tutorial for the first time you sign in, where it's going to go right to tutorial, and there'll be directions along the left-hand side. Definitely take the time to go through that and follow those tutorials right from the beginning. For some reason, I think if you leave them, it doesn't let you go back to those, but there is a Learn section up here. So if you click on Learn and come in here, you're going to see different videos or tutorials, like I just said, that you can go through. So when you click on one of these, it's going to have directions along the left-hand side, and you're going to want to follow those directions in order to do the tutorial that you see here. Um, for today, I'm just going to go back, and I will show you some of the features that you can use in the program. So you can create a new design, and what you have is you have a work plane. So this is a three-dimensional project. So you're creating a 3D model. So right now I'm just holding down the control button on my keyboard, and that lets me rotate the whole work plane into different angles. You can also grab this cube up here and do the same thing. There's other commands, like you hold down Control and Shift, then you can actually move the work plane around. So let's go over a couple basics. So over here you can see you have shapes that you can use. These are all my basic shapes. But if you click on the menu, you have other options, like you can have text and numbers, which is always fun. I really like this thing here, the connectors. So if you ever want to really build something that if you printed out the pieces, you could snap them together and it would move around. Then you have all these connection pieces. And then you have all these other things as well, or features that you can use. Um, so for now, let's just put a basic shape on here. We'll put a box. We have our cube. Make that a little bit bigger for this demonstration. And one of the newest features is if you're trying to work on different areas of your project, you can actually change this work plane. So if you look up here, it says work plane. I click there, and I can move that work plane to different sides. If I want to go back, I can just click off again like that. So let's work on the front. And these are really interesting, these striped ones. The striped ones allow you to remove material. So if I put this cylinder here, and I make that cylinder longer, and then I use this part to push it back through my cube, and then I select both of my shapes, and then I hit this tool here. This is the group tool. I will actually create a hole through my cube. So removing material is really great because you can really shape your projects and manipulate that design. So for example, if I change my work plane to this side and I add another cube in here, I'm going to turn that cube into a rectangular prism and make it a little bit bigger. I can rotate that like so. I can push it in. You can see that that's now covering part of my cube. Again, I select both pieces and I group it, and I can remove material. And the cool thing is you can turn any shape actually into a removal shape. So if I put a sphere here on top, and just I change my work plane again, I'll put it kind of on the, whoop, too far, on the corner. There we go. And I sink that down a little bit. And now I change it to a striped shape like that, and I group, and I take a chunk out of my project. So there are lots of different things you can do, and you can create basically anything you want in here. If you want some inspiration, you can come out here and you can look at the gallery, and the gallery is going to show you all sorts of things that other people have built. So it's really cool to see all of these different designs that people have done and the details that they go into. And it's a lot of fun to work with. And even if you don't have a 3D printer, you can upload a design that you make onto certain websites. And I don't know what the fees are, I've never looked at it, but you can actually have your designs professionally printed and mailed to you. So that would be fun too. So this is software that we are going to be using in school. My fifth graders will be using it, but it's a lot of fun to play with at home and to become really good at it so that you are ready to use it in class. So enjoy, and I hope this video was helpful.